All right, hey everybody, this is EMon Mitchell, the Thousand Dare Maker, coming at you with one of the most important videos that I've ever shot. Right? This is the launch of Project 500, and the quote, if you can read it, if you can't, I'll read it for you, is by Roger Bannister, who was the first person to run a 4-minute mile. Actually, he ran a mile in under 4 minutes. Before he had done it, people thought it was impossible. People thought that you would die if you tried it. But he proved it wrong. And then once he did it, then a whole bunch of other people started doing it too. So sometimes all it takes is one person to show us that it's possible. And Roger Bannister said, the man who can drive himself further once the effort gets painful is the man who will win. What I'm going to outline for you is a blueprint on how to build a team fast. Okay? Fast. So let's get into it. Now, what I'm about to show you is something a lot of top income earners practice in their business. And as exciting as it may seem to you, okay, I just believe in total disclosure. You're going to fall into one of these 4 categories when I outline this blueprint. Number 1, you're going to be a person who will say, man, that's pretty cool. You're going to try it for a little bit, then you're going to quit. Number 2, you're going to try it for a longer than the person who was number 1, and then you're still going to quit. Third person will watch it, say, okay, that's pretty cool, or you're thinking, man, it might be unrealistic, and you won't try it at all. And then lastly, there are those of you who will do it. You'll actually carry out the whole project. You'll modify it to fit your style, and you'll get after it. If you fit into that last category, category number 4, the quote-unquote 1%, I'd love to work with you. I'd be honored. It'd be my privilege. Okay, so this is how you do it fast. The first thing you have to learn is compressed time frames. What is a compressed time frame? Okay, think about your business. What if you exposed your business or your opportunity to one person a day for a whole year? That would be 365 exposures, right? So you say, I'm going to take a year, and every single day I'm going to either put a business card in someone's hand, I'm going to invite someone to a meeting, I'm going to I'm going to email someone a video, I'm going to send someone a text message to invite them out to a, invite them to a webinar, or whatever. All those count as exposure. Not hanging flyers, okay? An exposure, just for the sake of this presentation, is direct contact with another human being. Not indirect contact. You are directly contacting with another person. You're not doing the shotgun approach and hoping somebody replies to you, okay? I wouldn't count that as an exposure, all right? Now, all 365 of those people will not say no. You might get 30 to say yes. You might get 10. You might get 1. But I'm fairly confident, unless you're just, geez, I don't know. I mean, you got people. I always go back to the pet rock story. People in this country bought pet rocks. Okay, so a solid business opportunity should sell to some people. Will you get all of them? Of course not. Okay, but you'll get a few. Now, here's the thing about compressed time frames. What if you want to expose the same amount of people in the span of 6 months, or 4 months, or even 2 months? You see, if you exposed, let's say you want to do a 2-month compressed time frame, and you still want to have those same 365 exposures. If you expose 6 people a day, in 60 days you'll have done the same amount of exposures. Instead of taking a year to do it, you did it in 2 months. That's the compressed time frame. Okay, and I'm not making this stuff up. I actually got it from people who, the person I really got it from has a network of, last I saw, almost 50,000 people. Okay, I don't know what it is now, but that was his secret. He said, look, I did more presentations than some people do in their whole career, and he did them in a 100-day stretch. Every single night he was doing presentations and just driving traffic to those presentations and duplicating the process. So I'm going to get into how we can do that. So which is more appealing? Do you want to build a fast way or the slow way? This is the deal. Either way will get the job done. I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's just that what I prefer is the compressed time frame versus slow and steady wins the race. 2 different approaches. There is no wrong way to build your business. It's just you decide what fits your style. Me, I like compressed time frames, get it out of the way, and be done with it for a season. Okay? So what is Project 500? This specific project that I'm undertaking. Project 500 is my own personal goal to expose 500 people over a set amount of time. I haven't decided on the time frame just yet. It'll probably be in the span of a month, I think. Okay, 500 exposures in 1 month is what I'm thinking about, maybe 2. We'll see. Okay? So, you have to begin with the end in mind. This is all I want, believe it or not. My goal by the end of Project 500 is to have 20 business builders signed up with myself. That's it. I want to expose this business to people 500 times and only sign up 20 people. The expectation, out of that 20 people who say yes and sign up, I already know all of them won't make money. Not all of them. Some of them will, some of them won't. I'm expecting 5 of those people to be quote-unquote superstars. I'll always take more than 5, but I'm only really expecting 5. You have to realize of all the people that you sign up in your business that quote-unquote want to make money, most of them won't. Those are just the numbers. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Okay? So, out of those 20 people that say yes, they say, okay, yes to the opportunity, I want to do this, we're going to partner together, you know, I'm only expecting 5 of them to really make it. They're going to make the type of money that will allow them to either quit their job or maybe retire their wife or retire their parents. I'm looking for those 5 people. I know I'm going to probably have to talk to 500 to get to those 5, but it's something that I'm willing to do. So if you want more success, you have to increase your failure. I know that goes against what you've been taught in school, where failure is a bad thing and all that type of stuff. But no, in the real world, failure is a good thing. It's actually not failing. You either win or you learn. Okay? And you're constantly tweaking what you can do better. So to clarify, my blueprint is to go through 480 no's to find 20 people that'll say yes. Out of the 20 people who say yes, I want 5 true hustlers, true hard workers, people who don't want to be followers, they want to be leaders. I am not interested in creating followers at all. That is not my style. I want to empower people to go out there. I want them to outshine me. Okay? I want them to make more money than me. That's what I want. Now, you might wonder, okay, 500 sounds good. What are you going to do? You're going to talk to 500 random strangers at the mall? You know, you're going to go to Walmart and prospect people or go to Books A Million or Barnes & Noble and talk to people that are reading like business magazines? What are you actually going to do? This is my method, okay, as of right now. I believe in leveraging the internet. Now, you might be different. You don't have to do what I do. You just have to focus, though, on exposures, okay? But these are my 3 main methods. Number 1, Facebook advertising to targeted traffic. I set a budget. I know how much I want to spend every day over the course of about 50 days, okay? So the money that I used to use to buy phones is now going into advertising. I'm shifting my costs. I still don't mind investing in my business. It's just now that I'm not going after customers for this season of my business. I'm going after business builders, okay? I'm going after business builders, and I don't mind investing money into advertising, highly targeted traffic to get exposures. Now, for this, for all of these, we'll say that email addresses, people who opt into a squeeze page who request more information about what I'm promoting, is an exposure. All right? So just for the sake of that, so you understand. It's not necessarily putting the ad up, but I want a certain amount of people to come and opt into an email list that are going to receive follow-up emails about my opportunity. That's it. Number 2, and that's inbound. Those are people that are contacting me for more information. Number 2 is free ads to possible opportunity seekers. Of course, there's tons of websites you can put free ads up on. Okay, that's fine too. That's another inbound one. I put out the ad, and then they reply to me. I'm not going out chasing them. They're saying, hey, I'm interested, or I'd like more information. Inbound ads are better than inbound leads are better than outbound leads. The last one is prospecting, and I put a video up on my channel about prospecting on Craigslist. And there's tons of other videos if you don't mind talking to people face to face. There's tons of other trainers like Todd Falcone and Eric Worre and some of those guys talk about prospecting. But that's you going after folks, you know, recruiting basically. All of this is still recruiting. It's just a different method. But to me, I want people coming to me instead of me going after them. Either way works. This is just my method. Okay, you don't have to do what I do, but you should be exposing people. That's just a non-negotiable. All right, so never focus on the how to do something. Focus on the why. Because see, if none of those methods appeal to you, or maybe you don't have the money for an advertising budget, or maybe you might not even have a computer you can use on a regular basis. See, the why I'm doing this outweighs how to do it. You see, my goal is to reach a prosperous level of financial freedom, and I want to help others do the same. That's my main focus with this, okay? To just have to make a decent residual passive income. That's, you know, so I can spend as much, I can have the time freedom that I want for my family. That's pretty much it. To help other people do the same. The reason I'm doing this drives how to do it. That's why I don't mind switching methods and experimenting with different things, because my reason remains the same. My reason never changes. How I do things might change. Why I do them never does. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay? So if your why isn't strong enough, you're going to quit. And that's why a lot of people quit and they give up, because the reason that drives them is not strong enough. Okay? It's just not. So that's that. So what do I expect my ultimate results to be? Well, if I have true builders, I mean, the sky's the limit. There's no reason why my network won't go into thousands and over time to tens of thousands. It's all just numbers. Now, some people, they love to focus on, oh, I got rejected today, or this person told me no. I could care less about the 480 people that'll say no to me. I'm only focused on the 20 people that are going to say yes by the end of Project 500. Okay? And I'm really focused on those 5 people. That's really all I'm looking for. 5 people who will exceed me by leading their own team. They're not always going to be pointing and saying, hey, look at EMon, he's doing so great. They're going to be able to set the tone for their own teams and say, okay, guys, I'm setting the tone, and this is what we're going to do. Okay? They might take some nuggets from me and all that type of stuff, but I tell people, this isn't the EMon Mitchell show. You need to go out there and get your own. You can't necessarily always ride somebody else's coattails to success. This is what it is. So I want you to imagine, because at my peak, my network was at about 400 people. Because my sponsor connected with me, okay, she added 400 people to her network. There are people out there who will crush what I've done. I know this. I know this for a fact, because Solvay is still in its infancy. We haven't even reached critical mass yet. So duplication is what I strive for. If 5 people started their own Project 500, that would be 5 times 5 is 25. 2,500 exposures. That's amazing, because all 2,500 of those people won't say no. So the main takeaway from this concept, there's a great book called Go for No that you should check out about increasing your failure rate to get to success. Set your own goals. Maybe you want to start your Project 100, Project 50, or whatever. Okay, it doesn't really matter. You tailor it to fit what you'd like to do. But find your builders and know your activity. Maybe you want to do home meetings. That works too. Maybe you want to do meetings at a hotel or get together at a Starbucks with a few folks. That happens. There are tons of people in Solvay to get together at a local restaurant, and like every week, and just sign people up. It works. Everything works. Nothing doesn't. Everything works. Nothing doesn't. If you just sit at home and just watch videos all day and don't implement anything, that's the nothing. And nothing does not work. Everything works. As long as you're connecting to people, connecting with people, you'll be fine. Now, another thing too is you're more than likely to have to do this more than once. It probably should only take you probably about 1 time a year, maybe 2. Okay, because as you see, I'm going on another run. My first run actually was in 2012. And then I had another run earlier this year with March Madness. That was my customer acquisition run. I was just like, look, I'm going to sign up X amount of people, and then I just got after it. And now is the season for recruiting builders with Project 500. Business is seasonal. It's changing. You have to roll with the punches. So this is where I am right now, Project 500. And I may have to do it again next year. Okay, because as nice as it is, you'll have people that leave your network. They may go to another company. Life gets in the way. They lose interest. All that's happened. I promise you it will. Even some of your top people, they'll leave. That's just life. It's the name of the game. You can't deal with it though, and obviously this isn't the industry for you. Okay, so for more information on what I'm doing with Solvay, you're more than welcome to check out www.mobilecashnow.info. You can fill out your name and email address. I'll be happy to correspond with you if you're not in and would like to work with me on the team and building your own team and empowering people that you know or people that you'd like to connect with your own Project 500. But my name is EMon Mitchell, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and let's go out and make it happen. You guys take care.